Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. Joining me in the studio today on the show is my friend Brian Colaianni with Anchor Energy. How you doing, Brian?
Doing well.
You've been on the Caddo Convos podcast before.
Correct.
One of the podcasts we produce. So we've met before, but for those who have not met you, what is Anchor Energy and what sets you apart?
I founded Anchor Energy just over 2 years ago. Came out to Texas 4 or 5 years ago for a solar company and realized that Texas was a big deregulated state. I'm from Maryland and Virginia area where we didn't have those regulations on energy. So once I figured that out and started helping people find electricity bills on my own for a few years, I realized I could turn this into a company. And helping people was my number one thing with solar. And now with Anchor Energy, helping people find a better retailer out there in this confusing market is what helps me sleep at night.
Most of us just get power to the house. Usually it's like, let's say you buy a new house, you have, a couple of offerings there. And of all the decisions to make of buying a new home or moving to a new place, that's one of 20, right?
That's right.
And so what I suspect you're going to tell us is just going with the first provider is probably a bad idea, and that's a quick decision. Quick decisions
Right.
are often poor decisions. Tell me about how you help people get out of that.
Right. So when you're moving into Texas for the first time, you're usually going to ask the only person you know or your real estate agent, and they may just say, hey, I use this person, or call this concierge person that can help you set up all your utilities. I think that's great, but I'm only specific on energy and electricity. So I wear one hat and I just help people do that. I recommend shopping if you have the power to. And what I do is help shop 3-4 different retailers I trust, and I explain it to you. I give you the terms, I give you the rates, and I remind you 60, 30 days out when renewal's up. Kind of like insurance, shopping different insurances. You always want to shop because you always never know who's going to have the best rate at the best time.
Speaking of best time, is there a time of the year one should shop?
Yes. Usually these summer months, June through September, rates historically just go up a little because it's hotter. Best time to shop is anytime. And you get your best rates October through May. But if you need to switch in the summer or your contract's coming up in the summer, I'll put you in an 18-month contract or a 30-month contract. So when your contract falls out, it'll fall out of season. So we have a better chance of getting a better rate next time around.
That's fantastic because you don't know. You may be negotiating in June of every year.
Correct.
The worst time to buy a new program.
Correct.
So tell me about who can you help the most?
Who I can help the most is anyone that has the power to choose. So I know we're in North Texas right now. We have a lot of co-ops around us. So if you are in a co-op, you're pretty set. They keep you grounded. They keep you in a good rate. I know it's hard to feel like you don't have the power to choose, but every day I find somebody paying over 20 cents per kilowatt hour for energy. And when the average rate in Texas is between 14 and 18 cents. So if you're looking on your bill and your energy charge says anywhere above 10 cents, give me a call. I have a few options under 10 cents that can help you out.
Well, I like to hear that, and especially a story. There's always an outlier that you're like, wow, I really can help this person.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to mention names, but tell me about someone that you met and helped.
A lot of people are moving to Texas from Florida, from California, Chicago, you name it. And guy named Bill, I met him in the Prosper Chamber, and he's like, yeah, I have TXU. I was like, well, what are you paying with TXU? He was like, I don't know. I'm out of contract. Let me look at it. And he was paying 17 cents for his energy plus his TDU. So his energy rate was about 23 cents per kilowatt hour. And then he looked at me. He was like, well, that's better than California. So I was like, well, yes, it is. I'm glad you think that. But hey, the average rates are between here and here, and I can drop this bill almost 30% right now. Plus, you're out of contract, so it's the best time to switch. So every day I find somebody paying a little bit more than what they should, and all I need to do is look at your bill, and in 10 seconds I can be like, yeah, we can find something better for you.
You mentioned TDU.
Transmission and distribution cost. So that is basically ERCOT. ERCOT runs all your transmissions, your lines around Texas, and that divvies up between the handful of distributors out there like Encore, Texas, New Mexico Power, CenterPoint, AEP. And those guys really build the lines, maintain the lines, and that is your transmission and distribution cost. So we can't control that. But what a retailer controls is what the energy cost. And that's where I come in. That is where I can play my game and just find the best rate out there for you.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. What's your favorite part about what you do? I can guess.
It's really just the aha, did you know? Or, hey, I'm really happy to help. I can save you 30% right now. Doesn't cost you a thing. My services are
I should have
free.
brought my bill. Well, and let's talk about, you're veteran owned.
Yes.
And so do you have discounts or other services for veterans or other people, first responders? How does that work for you?
Veteran owned, been 15 years in the Navy.
Thank you for your service.
8 years active and the last 8 reserves right here in Fort Worth base. And yes, if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, I have some great options for you. I can maybe make a little 10% discount here or there, but it's usually better than what you find out there.
You and I are both Caddo office members, and Caddo has 10 locations around DFW. You are at the Prosper location where your business is based.
Correct.
Tell me why you chose Caddo.
I chose Caddo years ago because it was convenient, it was close by, and the fact that they had the social membership is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my car. That's my main office, and I'm hopping around Dallas all day long sometimes. So it's always fun to hop inside a Caddo. There's always a coffee K-cup at the front. I can grab a cup of coffee, do my work, have a meeting somewhere, all across Dallas, and it's been fantastic ever since. So I've hopped into offices in Prosper. Now I'm back to a social member, which I really like, and it's been fantastic.
In your travels, do you travel outside of? Is there a service area that you don't go to necessarily? I imagine it's just where you can drive in a day.
It's usually where I can drive in a day, but if somebody calls me from down in Corpus Christi or Houston or anywhere that's deregulated, I can still help them out.
You can help them over the phone.
Help them over the phone.
Okay, that's fantastic. Just a quick Zoom call. Show me what you're spending, and I'll find another opportunity for you.
In 3 to 5 minutes, we can make it happen.
That's wonderful, wonderful. So, Brian, everybody's conscious of costs. The economy is always moving around. So how do you get paid? Like, what should we expect to compensate you for the service that you provide for us?
Great question. I get paid directly from the retailer. So unlike some other companies that charge a service every month just to keep them, to help them save money when their terms are up, my services are free. So it doesn't cost you $5, $10, $12 a month to use me to find a different energy company. So as a broker, I get paid directly from the retailer, and it's all built into the cost.
Well, as a broker in the business you're in, a crystal ball, like what are the things we need to get ahead of that you're concerned about?
You never know what next year's going to be, but the trends over the years is energy rates are going to rise, just like they are across the country. And data centers coming everywhere is not helping anymore because they use a lot of power. So if you can lock into a 3-year term, I'd recommend that because you never know. Every 3 years, it might be a penny or two more, but at least you're locking in that lower rate today.
That's terrific. Well, Brian, thanks for coming on the show and just sharing what you do for your fellow Texans and everyone nearby, and how much you clearly enjoy what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagined. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.